aggressive way of promoting, then others also will work in the direction. Today, my request to you, we are very inspiring time. This is where energy, fuel management will be the future agenda. India is going to have excellent advantage. God has given India different zones, different advantages. Rajasthan, abundant land. Northeastern states, abundant idle power. Even East Coast, West Coast, green hydrogen exports, number of ports. If you can utilize all these things, if you can create a better ecosystem, then globally we will have a very good, bright future. Economy and also wealth creation, employment generation, so many advantages are going to come. In this background, I wanted to present to you Clean Energy ICE Policy 2024, Andhra Pradesh. 4 main focus points I am placing before you. Our approach: harness RE potential in the state, promote clean energy solutions, contribute to the state and country's net zero targets. Number 2, optimize energy cost by increased RE adoption, cutting edge technologies. Cost optimization is very important. If I go lopsided, cost will be more, unsustainable, then we'll have a problem. So utilize transmission network for energy balancing and grid management. Dedicated green energy corridors. You are seeing today national highways. Everybody will have a car, their own way of transport or public transport. There is a national highway. Basing on vehicle movement, you can go 2 lane, 4 lane, 8 lane, 16 lane. That is the order of the day. So same thing, we have to promote in a big way these transmission lines. Even state, we must have a dedicated lines. Even green hydrogen hubs, we must have a direct transmission highways, I can say. And also we have to promote manufacturing ecosystem, attract investors, developers to set up clean energy plants. Finally, facilitate circular economy around clean energy solutions, creating employment, that is direct and indirect employment in a big way. Sorry. If you see here, key features, contours of API's policy, operating period tentatively, I am always proactive, not reactive. If somebody is giving viable alternative policy, compared to that, better policy I can give. That is my marketing strategy from the beginning. That is how I attracted so many projects for Andhra Pradesh. And also policy applicability, RE projects including manufacturing projects, undertake mid-term reviews wherever there is a necessity, technological advancements, remove any difficulty, inconsistencies with Electricity Act 2003 and its amendments, project or SPY transfers, allotment process simplified and SPY transfers allowed, project timelines, project milestones will be defined, and deemed cancellation increases of defaults, clean energy knowledge, skill development center, NEREDCAP and SDC to establish university like that, all training in a big way by associating with all of you. It is a new industry altogether. I know the difficulty when I started IT. Now, same thing, electricity, everybody is aware, but green energy, latest technologies, all these things, we have to prepare skilled human resources. Our nodal agency, our NEDCAP, they will act as a nodal agency, land facilitation, obtain list of available lands, parcels and facilitate land, lease, everything. We are having good amount of land, but we will acquire land wherever necessary. Generally, in Andhra Pradesh, acquisition of land through win-win situation. Always, sometimes we may not give required compensation for them. Then it is very difficult. Whenever there is a land acquisition, we have to go with human angle, convincing them everything, then we can do positively. For evacuation, open access, availing central government incentives totally, coordination activities, coordination central and state agencies, arranging necessary statutory clearances, approvals, capacity allocation, everything. This SNA will be NEDCAP. They will do all these things. They will work it out. Next one is incentives, wind and solar hybrid projects, land at reasonable lease rates, and also private land at competitive lease rates, distributed solar rooftops, net metering, gross metering, net billing, virtual, net metering, group net metering allowed. Various types of, wherever there is innovation, we are with you to take innovation. Banking allowed as per the APRC regulations. Distribution wheeling charges, nil if injection and withdrawals are the same voltage levels, INR unit of LT consumers, and block-wise and for others. And incentives for solar and wind manufacturing, stamp duty of land conversion, waiver of stamp duty of conversion to non-agriculture land and exemption land ceiling act, reimbursement of SGST, reimbursement of SGST for capital resources, manufacturing and on sale of products, off-take guarantee and priority, preferential allocation of capacity to manufacture at L1 tariff, preference to projects awarded under PLI scheme, electricity duty exemption, ED exemption on power consumption. These are all the tentative incentives we are working. Even will take some feedback and other states, and then we'll work it out, and then I will announce a policy. Pumped storage power, land lease budgetary support, land lease at competitive rates, SNA coordinates with MOP for grants, budgetary support and enabling infrastructure, power evacuation charges, block-wise 15 minutes, intrastate transmission, wheel charges, INR unit for LT consumers, electricity duty, waiver of conversion loss, all other facilities, exemption from clearances and royalty, exempted for obtaining pollution clearances, no requirement of free power to home state, other incentives, waiver of stamp duty for land to be acquired for off the river PSPs, supply of water for the initial filling and evaporation losses, and waiver of water cess. These are all some other incentives at pumped storage energy. If you can go for BESS, enabling business models, cost plus model, competitive bidding, sharing of profit, storage as a service, distribution wheeling charges nil if injection and withdrawal are at the same voltage levels, INR unit for LT consumers and block-wise for others. Transmission charges and electricity duty, block-wise 15 minutes, intrastate transmission charges, electricity duty ED waiver for conversion losses, SGST and cross subsidy surcharge, reimbursement of net SGST, CSS levied only on the final consumption of electricity. Here, incentives for biofuels, capital subsidy, on cost of CBG and 2G ethanol plant equipment, SGST reimbursement, electricity duty exemption, biomass collection and subsidy, skilling and training, stamp duty, land conversion, power supply and non-agriculture status, procurement from feedstock, collection centers set up by farmers, single window clearances. These are all various incentives we want to provide for biogas, biofuels incentives. Then if you can see green hydrogen and its derivatives, capital subsidy for GH and its derivatives, land lease at market rates, green hydrogen hubs, transmission charges, electricity duty, additional surcharge, all these things we are giving clarity, exemption of stamp duty and SGST reimbursement. This is where green hydrogen we are working. Then hydrogen manufacturing, green hydrogen vehicles, refilling stations, BESS manufacturing. These are all incentives for electrolyzer manufacturing. Capital subsidy for manufacturing electrolyzer, exemption of land use, conversion charges and stamp duty, reimbursement of net SGST, employment generation, cost subsidy, electricity duty and power supply exemption of electricity duty and rebate and power tariff. Incentives for hydrogen vehicles, refilling stations, capital subsidy for green hydrogen fuel, cell trucks, buses and other transport vehicles, capital subsidy for fueling plants, SGST reimbursement on purchase of machinery for hydrogen generation and refilling stations, incentives for BESS manufacturing, capital subsidy and reimbursement, SGST revenue, off-take guarantee and reimbursement of electricity duty and power subsidy. Even electric vehicle charging infrastructure, quality standards, mandates, land lease, capital subsidy, tariff, maximum ceiling tariff for EV and consumers, separate EV tariff category to charge point operator, avail open access, green OA generator. These are all various things we want to offer for charging stations. All these things, I want to create one of the best ecosystem. If I go only one area, I may not integrate everything. So all ecosystem we want to balance. Our main aim is cost optimization of energy, and at the same time, for future technologies I want to use, I want to take first more advantage in the direction. There also we are working green hydrogen, downstream industries, other areas. For all these things, I am assuring you, as on today we are talking ease of doing business. From now onwards we are talking speed of doing business. Ease of doing business once, that is the history. There we used to get all 5 years number 1 in ease of doing business. Now you can appreciate how to do speed of doing business. Everything is virtual. No need to have any speed breakers everywhere. Once policy is very clear, automatically we'll put it on autopilot. That is what I am assuring all of you. And then you are going to see total change in this direction. Now we are talking about artificial intelligence, drones integration, even cell phone as a tool. Wherever you sit, you can do virtual work. That is the order of the day. Even CCTV cameras we can track. These are all again cloud management, and by data optimum, how to go for artificial intelligence, real-time solutions. That is where it is going to happen. With all these things, you will have an advantage. Any decision, accuracy will be 80% minimum. It is only matter of time, 90-95% more than that. It may be health, it may be education, it may be agriculture, it may be power, it may be road infrastructure maintenance, infrastructure creation, everything is in real time we can monitor. So we are having an advantage here. 974 kilometers, nearly 1,000 kilometers east coast, that is on east coast. No other, that is central place. That is the biggest advantage we are having. Already we are having 6 ports. Now 4 more ports are coming. It will be 10 ports. On information technology we are very strong. In knowledge economy you are seeing Telugu states are dominating now. With this we are having manpower. We will train them. We are having excellent manpower. And also we are going to create industrial hubs, cluster development, and port-led economy to reach there also. Excellent in road infrastructure, rail infrastructure, air infrastructure, everything will integrate there. Government support and incentives time to time, we will watch, we will extend all this support for you. Access to infrastructure anyway, I told you very clear. And also raw materials, high-grade quartz, silica sand, all required mineral wealth is available in Andhra Pradesh. I want to go modules and molecules. That is the strength we are having. So with all these things, this policy, democratization, decentralization, dynamic policy always. Democratization of power generation, everything. Decentralization, automatically it will happen, and also dynamic policies will create. That is where I told you 3 dimensions to do speed of doing business instead of ease of doing business. With this, goals of AP Clean Energy Policy, Green Power Catalyst, aims to serve as a green power catalyst profiling India's RE goals. Human Capital Hub for RE. Evolve as the premier talent hub through public-private people's partnership, shaping the future of India's RE sector. I am involving here one more P. As on today, economic reforms we have done public-private partnership. Now I am adding public-private people's partnership. Farmer, he will join here. Once he join, he will be a partner in this. Then there is no problem at all. He will produce power, he will give it to grid or rooftop. Like that, we can create innovative policies. By evolving these policies, then automatically we will create one of the best ecosystem. Even my Amaravati, 34,000 acres of land, without paying 1 rupee, I was able to acquire under Land Pooling Act. I am taking 1 acre of land. In turn of development, I am giving 1,000 or 1,200 square yards return for him, either house site or otherwise residential or commercial. Both mix I am giving. Without spending 1 pi, even I am able to save nearly 10,000 acres of land. That land I am using for public purposes and also monetization. I can mobilize minimum 1 lakh crores or 2 lakh crores with this land. I can construct my capital. That is how I am thinking in a big way. Even power sector also we can go. That is where I want to involve people as partners. And also energy storage capital, emerge as India's energy storage capital to build resilient and flexible electrical grids. Clean energy manufacturing hub, emerge as the nation's clean energy manufacturing hub, mine to molecule, driving the green revolution forward. Green hydrogen economy, this is the future. How to go about we are working, we are going to do it. Finally, this is our goal, ICE policy, next 5 years. Solar, wind, solar target, 78.50 GWP. Wind energy, 35 GW. Pumped energy, pumped storage, 22 GW. Battery energy storage, 25 GWh. 5,000 PCS EV charging infrastructure. Emerging technologies, 1.50 MMTPA green hydrogen derivatives. Ethanol, 1,500 KLPD. Bio-CNG, CBG, 1,000 TPD, biofuels. This is our targets. Total investments I am planning, 10 lakh crores, 7.5 lakh employment direct and indirect. Today, Minister has assured 30 lakh crores investment for next 5 years. In that, I am having an action plan for 10 lakhs, 1/3 investment in Andhra Pradesh. That is our aim. That is our goal. That is our vision. I strongly believe there is one more revolution, that is green energy revolution. Earlier revolution, so many revolutions we have seen. Earlier agriculture, then manufacturing, then technology, all these things we have seen. Now, energy revolution, particularly green energy revolution. Thereby, green hydrogen and downstream industries, it is going to happen. This is where I want to place before you, be partners with us. We will work together to achieve our goals. I don't have any doubt India will become developed nation by 2047. By that time, we will reach green energy and green hydrogen downstream industries targets also for creating wealth and employment for this great nation. With this, I am thanking all of you. Thank you one and all. Anybody want to ask any questions? What is the structure? Yeah.
Let's have a huge round of applause to Honorable Chief Minister. No wonder he is known as the CEO Chief Minister, where we have now gotten a run through